What's going on, everybody? Doc here, Average Gamer Guys, back with another Last Day on Earth raid, a revenge raid today for MissChief. So this one is a pretty decent base. It is a couple of level 3 walls that we are going to be breaking into. There is a little bit of like a lattice work structure around the outside. I am going to provide maybe a little bit, different of a raiding strategy. There's a couple of things that we're going to utilize here. In this raid, however, we are going to do the suicide trick. There are spikes that we're going to take advantage of. There is a chopper, which we are absolutely going to go ahead and get a full tank of fuel on, so come prepared for that. In addition, there is one specific chest that I personally am going to go after that most of the other probably research that you've seen does not go after. And I probably have talked about this maybe in a previous raid, but I do think it's important whenever you have an opportunity to get Bunker Alpha tickets, especially orange or red, you should take that opportunity. It represents a lot of additional gear over time, so we're going to go ahead and focus on that. You can do this base raid with 2 C4. The chest we need to is going to require an additional third one, so we will be jumping in and taking care of that. We do need a couple of iron hatchets. We are going to knock down a level 1 wall. We may need one more of these. I've got some in my supply, so we will grab that if needed, but I think 2 can take care of the remaining chests that we're going to need. Again, 3 C4. We're coming with full gear. I don't believe there's any armor, or there may be one set, but armor, do come prepared for that. And then we're going to bring Glocks and a little bit of heals. We will find a healing chest in here, but we need Glocks because we're going to be able to utilize basically the zombies trick of them not being able to get to us. So we're going to need to be able to take them down from afar. You can run around the base. You can use the spikes in order to kind of decrease that if you want to do that. We may run that trick a little bit ourselves as well, but here we go. We're going to jump in and we'll get to it. Okay, so first things first here, we've got a couple of different things that we're going to want to do. The baseline here is, in order to get into this base the most efficiently, we're going to take from this point, and I believe it's the third one up. We are going to go ahead and we are going to break this. We're going to drop our C4 down, and this is going to be our entrance point that allows us to basically utilize this trick. And what it is here is they can't get past the ATV for us to go and do that. So we're in with the 1 C4 there. You can essentially also use this trick to do a whole bunch of more. You could really explore this base if you want. The problem with that becomes a little bit to the fact that unfortunately you need a lot of C4 to be able to do that. This has a I did not mean to do that. This has a base of a lot of walls, a lot of good walls in it, and that does present a little bit of a challenge. So we're gonna grab these. The other thing that we are gonna do, I'm gonna try to open this up just to make getting around this chopper a little bit easier. We do want to break this wall down though, because and we got zombies, so we're gonna go use this trick, and we're gonna corral these guys around, and we'll be back once we got the zombies taken care of. All right, we're back. We've got the zombies taken care of. The next thing we're going to go ahead and do is open up this chest right here. And this is going to give us a Glock, a little bit of armor, which is good. And more importantly, if you did not bring any bottles to get the gas, you're going to be able to do that with this one. So we're going to make use of this real quick here. Make sure that we can grab all of this fuel, which is great. I wish we could take the last little bit, but it just never seems to work that way. I'm going to drop this here. We'll just drop that in there. We're going to take the Glock, the katana. We'll make use of that. May come back for some bottles. Maybe not. I don't know. We can always choose to do that later. But now, essentially, we're going to jump up here and we're going to make use of the rest of our C4. And this little thing. So lots of these can be opened up. I'm going to focus essentially on these 2 black crates. I'm going to, the furnace is going with some good supplies in it. I'm going to hit these 2 red crates. There is a good crate here with a whole bunch of meds that we want to go ahead and crack open. And then I do want to open up essentially this wall right here as well. And this is going to give us the last crate that we need. So we're up to 76. We're going to get quite a bit of stutters here as the zombies roll in. So we'll take care of these guys, get them all finished off with our Glocks, and we'll see you when we're back. Okay, so I think we are well positioned here. This is the crate that I do want. So we're gonna go around and do a couple of 2 chops to a few things. And again, we may have to move quickly here just for the ability, because once we open up a few of these crates, we will obviously get the big one. We can jump him back and forth. I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out. We do want all of this. That's pretty good materials. We do have this crate here, which does have a bunch of good leather in it. So that was not a bad one for us to open up. This is the other one we're gonna crack all the way. And we're gonna take a whole bunch of meds with us. And you see, we did run out, so it would be probably in your best interest to bring one more hatchet with you. But at this point, we're gonna, excuse me, at this point, we're gonna do a suicide trick. I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna crack this crate first. I'm gonna grab what I can from this one. Actually, we'll be smart about filling up our chopper first as well, just in case we get into a tough spot. But basically, we should be able to kind of corral the big one around the outside of this if we want to do that. And that can make sure that we don't run into any troubles. But again, I am most interested in good stacks of heals, probably even more so than the gas. So this is probably, actually thinking about this, because I can equip this weapon. We'll probably do this here. And again, we're going to get some good metal. We're going to get some good opportunities for a few other things. But I think we'll set up like this. We'll drop the armor. We'll stack that up together. Just drop our gun. We'll knock ourselves out here. And we'll head back to the base. And then we'll refresh this, bringing one more hatchet with us just to open up the rest of those crates. Okay, so we've brought our chopper over here. We filled a couple of things. We dropped the other additional gas in. I did put my armor back on. And I'm going to keep good stacks of heals here on the top here for me. I think what I am going to go ahead and do is probably just take some stacks of leather here just to fill us up and to make sure we have some good things that we're going to take. I don't know if we'll end up taking those, but I'll probably just drop these in the chopper because, again, once we crack this first crate, we're going to be fighting the big one. So we want to make sure that we are fully stocked, and if things go haywire here, that we get some good stuff out. I should also just probably make sure we're nice and fully healed, which will also be good. But I do anticipate that we will get a lot of goodies out of these last crates. Again, you're going to get a lot of like wood supplies here. This is going to be a lot of metals. So we're going to try to grab some iron, and there's, I think, a steel bar. But this is going to be the first one that we crack open. And here they come. This is what we want right here. We want these bad boys. We're going to try to draw them over to here. Bring the big one down. And we're going to try to run quickly. Draw them over to here. And again, then we can just, should have a good chance to kind of chop away, sort, grab. Don't want to be too long. This is a pretty common technique. Get a hit in. I want to grab some wood for sure. I'm going to go again. Grab some more wood. Again, if you don't do this, if you're not familiar with this trick, the big one will essentially jump in at you. So you want to be careful about that. We'll break both of these. Again, we want the steel. Basically, we'll take all of that, and then we'll do some assessment here on what we got. I think we'll drop this away. We can go ahead, take all. We'll fill up a little bit of that. I don't know if this makes sense for us to keep instead of this. And I actually think I would rather have this instead of that. And that's where we're going to land. This is pretty good. Pretty good raid overall. And we're just going to sneak out of here. And we're all set. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Again, a little bit different than what you have seen from a few other folks. If you don't want to use the additional C4, by all means, don't feel like you need to do that. But I think coupon tickets especially are really important. This represents essentially like 4 five and a half ish crates that we'll be able to pick up inside of Bunker Alpha. So that's why I pursued that. I do need a lot of pine currently for what I'm going for. We probably could have swapped out the 2 copper bars, but that is pretty good. Plus we got a whole boatload of heals, you know, and a couple other good things. There's additional crate in that second area with the meds that we did open up that represents a ton of food. So if you're interested in that, that's probably what you see a lot of folks go to, in addition to not spending the additional C4. But I personally think it was worth it in this regard. So hopefully this was helpful for you. Thank you so much for checking this out. We have a playlist going, so be sure to keep checking back here for any more updates to bases. We're going to try to get as many as we can. We do enjoy raiding, so be sure to check back regularly. In addition, we have a lot of other Last Day on Earth content, post videos multiple days a week, so be sure to check that out if you're interested as we grind and do other locations. But hopefully you've enjoyed this one. Hopefully it was helpful. Any questions down below, let me know. Flash some socials, and we'll close it out. Doc Average Gamer, guys, thanks for watching. Happy raiding.